don't cost anything. 5KXD. N5KXD. I prefer the 170A over some of the other scooters here. Even though that's different. We've got some good stuff over there, Joe. The fact is it works. Alcohol wood, yeah. You know, over here, there's murky running around all the time. Trapped him inside that DC and they cart him off. I am kind of wondering on the S-meter if you're seeing that same level or more.
Hello. N4LQ.
Early bunch is still in there, Steve.
You must have good ears.
Just got a good receiver.
Hello. K4JCP from N4JC.
I used to really well, but sent two of us to night school over at the high school for welding classes. We went all the way through the classes, everything was fine.
Hey, Art.
They had condemned that bow if they weren't hot enough or something. I don't know what the problem was. It's been too long ago now. Oh, well, didn't pass. And, you know, that's horrible enough to sue somebody. After working all that time, night after night after night, and after you look, there was one night a week, but there's a week that lasted for 6 nights or whatever. And then, you know, you think you're doing right, and then you get a hold of a machine that's not what it's supposed to do, and you don't realize that because you're not experienced with that machine. And then you throw it. They should have given us another test of what they should have done, but they didn't do that. Look, I don't have a whole lot more here. I hope you're doing well today. I don't know what kind of projects you got going over there. Do you ever get your scope yet? I don't think you have. You haven't mentioned it. Never the rig. And the rig is pretty sounds great. I guess For some reason, my fuel transmitter is back up on 100 again. I don't know what's happened out there. I haven't touched anything that I know of. But usually it's about 50 microamps lower than what it's supposed to be. It's been right on the 100 where I had it set months ago.
I didn't know if I could get in there, guys. I hadn't been on AM in a long time. And this morning was not a good morning for conditions over here at my house. But I'm going to start joining you guys again in the morning here in the very near future. So I look forward to talking to you guys again. Well, be back on there. Quick, just wants to say good morning, and I'm still alive in Mississippi. K5CUB, over to Hart. Okay, Joe, I'm hearing the guys in Texas, I guess, up on 3890, but okay, you guys on right spot this morning, too. I prefer to be on my old Harvey Wells on AM, but I just decided to push the button and come over here. I went over there early, didn't hear anything, and the sideband net was pretty noisy over here. But I see him there again, I said, there's Joe and Art still in there, so let me jump in there, because y'all hadn't heard my call sign, I know, in 6 months. Like I say, 2023 has not been a good year for me, but, hey, fall is coming, and I don't know, but here in the near future, I'll be back on AM. Looking forward to getting in the morning and evening net. So y'all can start hearing me, guys. I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to jump in here. Thanks for letting me get in here. And I appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to you guys here in the next few days. And then I'll be a regular again and figure out what's going on in the AM world. So with that, guys, I'm going to pull out of here. I'm going to do some yard work while it's nice and cool, 4 degrees in Van Fleet. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for letting me know. 7-3. Take care. K5, CUT.
Then over inside here.
K5CUV from N4JK. If they can get out and do some yard work, I might get out and do some weeds. Never run out of weeds around here. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Understand about 2023, 2020. Headphones, I can hear Jeff, but I don't have a way of judging the magnitude other than to look at the REA monitor, and I don't see enough there to give me any indication. So that's all I got. Over to you, Joe. K4JCP, CUV. This is N4JK.
I do not hear the hum on the 7300 because it doesn't have quite the bandwidth of the 170. So it's below the curve right there of the 7300. I hear nothing, and I can tell the lows are not quite as prominent on the 7300 as they are on the 178, and that's because and I guess I've got selling the 7300. Less lows. So normally usually don't find them, punch through versus having that spectrum audio that is so, to answer your question, after all that, no, I don't hear it. It's close to the top of I guess the Carolina boys will be get that heck out of Dodge here and let them have a go at it this morning. It's certainly been fun, and hopefully they get through before bedtime tonight there. So without further ado, this is for JCC's and 7-3s and Arnold. She put the finish record of the moment. JCCB will be off and clear.
Joe, since we're good buddies, here's what I want to say. We're fortunate and we got some air conditioning tonight. And have some good, restful, cool. So I will call you up and let you know that everything is good. I'll share this with you. That's what friends are for. 73.
Did they get it done, Terry?
They're right at being done.
I'm just barely hearing them.
They can't hear us.
Your feet.
They're done now.
All right, fine business. WA4LLR, who all we got?
KM4CL.
W4JPL.
LQ.
SSY.
WB4NKL.
WB4NKL.
WK4R.
K4JL.
All right. I got OUM, RCL, JPL, LQ, SSY, NKL, NKM, WK4R, and JAL. Who'd have missed?
K4YBC.
The mayor of Lenore, YBC. Who else? All righty. I'll go through it one more time. WD4OUM, KN4RCL, W4JPL, N4LQ, KO4SSY, WB4NKL, WB4NKM, WK4R, K4JAL, K4YBC. One more time. Anyone else? Well, good morning, everybody. Cool morning here in near Burnsville, or just east of Burnsville, about 54, 55 degrees. Tonight's supposed to get down into the upper 40s. So Rick's ready to do his happy dance. And Cliff looking forward to hearing about Cutstown expedition. So we'll go ahead and get started. The mayor of Burbank or Lodi or Winslow or wherever he's from this morning, WD4O.
WD4OUM. Well, it's a beautiful day. I ain't figured out quite where I'm at this morning. I tried a few of them other places, Lodi, stuff like that, but I ain't quite made my mind. I just don't think there's any place like Burbank, you know. Ain't no place like that. So I might just stay here. So there you go. Anyway, good to hear everybody this morning. You fellas need to put you up an antenna, maybe get your receiver or something. Where you hear, you know. Y'all remind me of Alabama alligators. You can't hear nothing when you got your mouth open. KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
KN4RCL, good morning. We got 50 degrees. I'm at 4,100 feet. And I figure it's a little bit chilly up there. I guess the fall has turned, though we still have 6 more days in the summer left for the equinox. And Terry, I thought we agreed Friday that you're going to change the name to Burbank from Burbank to Creedence Clearwater Revival and make Suzy the national anthem. Had a good weekend. Went up to Rose's and had something happen to me at Rose's. Never happened before. I seen something I never seen in my whole entire life. There was a guy buying a whole buggy full of spray paint. I mean, his buggy was heaped over. The entire buggy was filled with spray paint. I looked at his tattoos and they jogged my memory. It was a ex-person that I dealt with when I was a law enforcement officer. So, we can all take it from there. I'm retired now and I don't carry a badge or a gun no more. KN4RCL. Go ahead, whoever's next.
right, that's me. Oh, I gotta flip a button here. That's gooder. All right, KN4RC on the group, W4JPL. Well, good morning to one and all. Reasonably busy weekend. Church on Sunday pretty much takes up a better part of my day. And I had somebody over here doing a weed whacking for me Sunday afternoon, so that was all good. I've had no internet here since Thursday, and it's driving Maggie crazy. And I have the old style DSL, and talked to the technician yesterday at AT&T. He says, we can't get parts for that anymore. So they give me a number to call, and I'm going to try to get some sort of fixed station internet from AT&T where they put an antenna on the roof. It's probably a Yagi. So that's the big nonsense I got to follow up on this morning. Went over to the Kernersville Hospital this morning to get my monthly shot, and walked in there, got all set up, and the lady says, oops, we forgot to renew your prescription. So I'll have to go back there another day this week, I guess, once they get that all straightened out. She says, how can I get a hold of you? I said, good luck with that. Leave me a message on my voicemail. I drive into town a couple times a day to check it. I'll keep it moving around. N4LQ in the group, W4JPL. Good morning, Steve.
Okay, W4JPL in the group, N4LQ. Wow, what a morning. Listening to all the rice boxes. Gee. On AF68 this morning, and all that business. And Chad, real fine on the heavily tattooed spray paint buyer at Rose's. I bet you'll find some fresh paint somewhere. Anyway, and Terry, of course, you know I'm from up in Kentucky, and we got a little town up there south of Cincinnati, real little town, named Rabbit Hash. Rabbit Hash, I had a ham friend that lived there, and back when I was 16, I found my way there and spent the day with him. Had a good time, and he's since moved out of Rabbit Hash, but I always liked the name of that town. And John, JPL, DSL, I didn't know anybody still had DSL. That stuff was slow, man. I used to have it for a short period of time until cable came along about 17 years ago. Yeah, 17 years ago, got rid of the DSL. So Billy, what's up? KO4SSY and 4LQ. My receiver's distorted.
That's Billy trying to replace me.
Wow. That's quite a signal.
Open. Billy, check the SDR.
Anyways, WB4, there it is. I guess y'all hadn't been hearing me the whole time. Oh well.
There he went again.
He's trying to replace me, that's it.
Doing a good job.
Let's take up a collection and buy him an LMAC.
Amen.
Yeah, man. Get him an IC7300.
I believe he's got an LMAC.
KO4, SSY, it's WB4NKL. You don't even get too much of that in Billy. Come in strong there one little time. Good morning to everybody. Feels like fall out there, 50, 55 degrees. And Not supposed to get too warm here today. I had a good trip up to Pennsylvania. Enjoyed it, and I didn't bring back a whole lot of stuff. I brought back the homebrew transmitter that I'd bought earlier a couple months ago. Picked the rest of it up. And let's see, a Johnson Navigator guy at the table next to me had a Navigator, Steve, like the one you got. And the price was pretty good, so I bought it, and a D104. Oh, some parts. That's about it, I think, on the buying part of it. I seen the pictures you sent out of the trade ham fest. I don't know if I was at that one or not. I went to some of those up there, but that one, I don't think I made all of them. Did recognize Frank at his booth, and then looked like Benny Peterson in one of the lower pictures. But that's been a few years back, I guess. I wonder if you were at that one, or where you come up with the pictures. And let's see, good deal on the spray paint, Chad. I knew a fellow there in Irwin one time said he spray painted his barn with those spray cans. It took him 200 and some of them, so maybe that's what the guy was going to do. Maybe he's going home to spray paint the barn. I'll send it on around. Go ahead, Larry. WB4NKM. It's WB4NKL.
Okay, Clint. WB4NKL. WB4NKM. Well, good morning to everybody. Everybody's sounding good up here in Virginia this morning, where it's a cold 50 degrees and a little bit foggy when I first got up. Been kind of prepping breakfast up there, Rick. I got some potatoes fried up. I kept waiting for the net to start, so I had one ear on that, on those early bunch, and they just kept going, so good conditions today. Different than what they have been. And Chad, I'd say that guy, he's probably gonna paint all them bridges on the highway for you. You know, they put their own design on them. Or some rocks over there, and maybe they'll paint a canyon or something over in one of the parks. Not a whole lot here, just kind of waiting on. I think I've got a doctor's appointment. I got to check on that. So I'll turn it to you, Rick, and see if you're about to starve to death. WK4R, WB4NKM.
WK4R. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm hungry, but stomach's not happy here. I think the entire digestive had a big plate of fried shrimp, flounder yesterday. Didn't eat it all, brought some home, but I probably won't finish it. Woke up this morning, it was ugly. Things are not feeling good. But anyway, but I still may try breakfast to see if they'll straighten it out. We'll see. See, my computer died, what, a couple of weeks ago or so? Then it come back to life. Now this morning it's dead again, I guess. I'm going to have to find another one or work on this one. I think I know where another one's at where I don't have to work on it. We'll see. I'm thinking about experimenting. T-Mobile has a 5G internet service, and it's relatively fast, and the price is right compared to Spectrum. So I'm wondering if anybody's tried that or not. I may give you a little trial period for a little while, a few days. I'd like to compare that to Spectrum, just to see how much I'd lose, if any. And they claim they'll never go up on the price again. Yeah, we'll see. And Cliff, rumor has it that the transmitter you got picked up filled up the entire van. So you making this thing sound small, but I got to question this after I heard my rumor. But anyway, K4JAL, WK4R.
WK4R, K4JAL. Well, I'm rice boxing today. I was too lazy to go over the hideout. I was talking to Steve right before the net was over the other day, and finally got LMAC to modulating, and it didn't have any hum. But now picked a little bit of hum back up. I think I'll just wait till it hums louder than I do again, and then I'll try to fix it. When I fix stuff, sometimes it gets worse than it was. I got a theory, Chad, on what's going on with all that spray paint. The Air Force has lost an F-35 in South Carolina, and they're asking the public to help them to find it. Well, if it didn't crash too bad, maybe that guy's going to put a Midnight Auto Parts finish on it and have his own airplane. There you go. Over to you, Mr. Cuz, K4YBC, K4JAL.
Let me come down the band a little bit. Okay, good morning, gentlemen. Everybody's sounding good this morning. Great signals from everybody. And Terry, you're talking about being in Bourbon. I'm not sure where we're at over here. It's so foggy, I can't see out to the car. So we're fogged in this morning, at least over here at my house, Sir Rick. And, not much else. Larry, I heard you on last night. I was going to give you a call just talking to an 8 station. I couldn't hear him, but I heard you on. I was going to give you a call, and then I got sidetracked doing something else. And anyway, the guy with the spray paint, maybe an ex-cop, like I said, he may be going to spray paint some bridges or something up there to get revenge on somebody or something. Hard to say. Anyway, I'm on the LMAC. I'm driving a pair of 813s, about 175 watts, so that's the story here. And Steve, I'll let you tell Cliff what problems you found. I'm sure you could explain a whole lot better than I can. So anyway, and Dave, got you our prayers, buddy. I know tomorrow's your big day, and we'll sure be praying for you. WA4LLR, K4YBC.
All right, I appreciate it. Anybody else that would like to join in, come in. Okay. Well, we got 11 in here. That's pretty good. I'd like to hear from DB. Kind of concerned about him. And Al, wake up and jump in here, and a few others that come from time to time. Be good to hear Norm. I've not heard Norm in a while. I may have to give him a call. K4YBC in the group, WA4LR. Well, Dave, you got my S-meter pegged up here, and you got that bodacious room-filling audio, so I knew you were on the LMAC. I didn't know you had the afterburner on, but boy, it sounds good. Here's Norm. I've not heard Norm. And Chad, sorry, sounded like that person was going to corner the market on spray paint. You never know. John, sorry about all the internet and phone issues that you're having. And Steve, Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. Well, let's see. I don't know that we got any. Well, we've probably got some funny named towns, but our side roads have got some great names up in this area. We got Rabbit Hop, Shake Rag, Hard Scrabble, Possum Trot. You know, oh man. The funniest thing, I was in, back in 2006, my youngest son and I and a couple of friends were in the Abacos, one of my friends had access to a 40-foot sailboat. We went down there and spent 8 days on that thing, just beating around between the different keys or Ks or whatever you want to call them. And we were on one island down there looking for something to eat, and there was this little coconut bar place, and we went up there and we got a sandwich. And we're sitting there. Guy was running, wanted to know where we're from, and I said, well, we're from North Carolina, western part. He said, there's a guy around here that comes down here every winter that's from up in that part of the country. Oh, here he comes now. And this guy came wandering up, kind of a Jimmy Buffett looking fella. And the guy who was running the bar said, these guys are from North Carolina. And he came over and said, hi, and wanted to know where we're from. And I said, we're up in the western part of the state. And he said, well, I am too. I said, well, where are you from? He said, you've never heard of it. I said, try me. He said, he said, I'm from Rabbit Hop. I said, yeah, over there next to, in Estito, huh? It turns out that we were about 5 miles apart. You never know. You need to be careful wherever you go. Somebody will see you that knows you. Oh, man. And Cliff, I knew you would not come back without making some kind of purchase. So you got a Navigator and a D104 and some parts. But congratulations on that. Larry, good to hear you this morning. You sound good. You got beautiful audio on that rig. I assume you're on the Ranger. Rick, sorry your stomach is not doing well. It may have been all that fried food, but I don't know. And Jimmy, the rice box sounds good today. Yep, unless something changes, I've got to be at the hospital in Hendersonville at 5:30 in the morning. So I appreciate the prayers and well wishes and all that sort of thing. And probably won't be able to be down in Studio A for a little while, so listen for a weak signal. in the next few mornings. Hopefully I can get in here, even if I'm not going to have much of a signal. WD4OUM, WA4LLR.
WD4OUM. Well, I've been sitting here thinking about Chad, a badge and a gun. Did they actually give you any bullets, Chad? Yeah. I'm telling you what's true. Boy, if that wouldn't make you nervous. That's like a lot of the cops and the deputies and so on and so forth around here. I often wonder if they got any bullets, you know. Surely some of them around here, they don't actually give them bullets to go with the gun. Maybe it's a cap buster or something, I don't know. But anyway, tell us the truth, Chad. And Chad, just think about it. It ain't none of your flip-dipping business what a man buys, so, you know, suck it up and go on. KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
KN4RCL. Yeah, I had 32 bullets for a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson, 5 for a shotgun at 870 Remington, and 20 for a M16. So, yeah, I have bullets and everything. On the guy that bought all that spray paint that in Roses. And Jimmy, if you want any spray paint, Roses is sold out for the time being. So, I don't think he's got a barn. I know his brother has a shop out there in Snow Hill Strait next to Sam Carson's. So, that's the only one I know. And to tell you the truth, John, I've had one of them internet antennas. DSL, that's the only thing I've ever had. And it's not a Yagi. It's actually a satellite dish that goes to another satellite dish like a microwave, and it beams the internet to you, to and from. So it's not a Yagi, but I can imagine they would have a Yagi, but I think it's all dishes. KM4RCL, go ahead. Just plain money.
Alrighty, time for RC on the group, W4JPL. Well, Steve, as far as DL cell is concerned, that's the only thing I've ever had available here. Spectrum's about a quarter mile down the road, about maybe a half mile, between a quarter and a half mile down, and I call them every... We're not interested in running it another 2,500 feet or whatever it was. You're out of luck, and I've looked at other options. I have no cell phone signal here either, so that also limits my options. I got to go a half mile up the road to check my phones. That's a bargain I've been doing for the last couple of days. We actually drive over to the Julian Post Office, which is about 5 miles away, and sit in that parking lot and check everything out, which is a pain in the butt. Rick, sorry that you're not feeling well this morning. I sympathize with you. I got those tummy problems here and there. And Dave, I'll be praying that your surgery tomorrow goes okay fine, which I'm sure it is. I'm declaring as a matter of fact. I'm going to run out to the hospital this morning to get my shot. I was getting on 421. I was actually getting to 421, and the traffic going to this Toyota mega site that they're building is unbelievable. It's like a non-stop stream of cars. When I got on 421, which is a major highway, I saw the cars lined up a quarter mile down the road. I'm thinking that's going to be a prime place for an accident. Somebody going to be paying attention, going to plow into somebody at 70 mile an hour or more. One other thing interesting, I've had this Hammerlin HQ110 hanging around here forever, and this weekend I finally decided I'm going to pull this thing and see if I can make something out of it. And the chassis isn't very clean. That's one of the reasons why I never fool with it, but it seems like it'll clean up reasonably well, and it plays very well. So I might actually integrate that to the station eventually after I get it rebuilt. I'll stand here for one more, and then I got to get on the phone with AT&T and see what I can get done. Steve, over to you, sir. N4LQ in the group, W4JPL.
All right, John. W4JPL, N4LQ. One more town, I guess it's a town, up here near us called Dirty Ankle. And matter of fact, we got a guy in the Ham Club lives there, and he's always saying he's from Dirty Ankle, North Carolina. I don't know. I don't think it's really incorporated as a city or anything, but it's at least it's a road on the map. Let's see, the Gray Ham Fest. Those pictures that I sent out to the group, I took those. That was right before the wreck that we had up there in Gray, and I was on the way home and spotted a yard sale and started trying to make a left turn. We were stopped, and that's when the illegal guy came up behind us and destroyed 3 cars. So anyway, that's let's see, what else? Oh, Cliff and your navigator. Yeah, things are catching on, aren't they? I wonder if yours has the original meter. Probably not. Mine's got a substitute in it. I'd like to find the original, although I know they're no good. I'd still like to have it, because just to get it back to its original condition. It wasn't much of a meter, but I think most people took them out, or they failed or something. And John, real fine on the HQ-110. Those are neat little rigs, look like little miniature HQ-170s. And Dave, YBC, you're sounding really loud. Probably the strongest signal there is. Good audio, of course. And the pair of A13s, I'd like to see that. You ought to take a picture and put it on the email reflector sometime. If you guys don't know how to get to the email reflector, let me know. Maybe I can send out some instructions. All you got to do is send an email to it, and it goes out to everybody. So go ahead and take it, Billy, and I hope you're hope you got your Tinker Toy transmitter going there. KO4SSY N4LQ.
Yeah, maybe this will be a little better. I decided to get on a different transmitter. N4LQ, KO4SSY returning. I was saying, you was talking about your rabbit, whatever the name of that place was, and I missed everything. You asked how things were over here too, and that, well, that's to be determined. Ain't that great, to be honest with you, but we used to haul rifles up in the western part of Kentucky, and place over there I used to run to is called Possum Trot, Kentucky, and Dave mentioned that Possum Trot Road up there. But anyways, and back to the other thing is all this heavy stuff might be for sale. That'll give you a hint on what I discovered this weekend. So it ain't been too pleasant of a weekend. So anyways, that's about all that's going on here. WB4NKL to pick it up, KO4SSY.
KO4SSY, it's WB4NKL. Okay, fellas, good all the way around. Yeah, they all max sounding good. I'm glad Terry said you had found a bad battery, I think. So, you know, when you put that in there, we thought that'd be the final cure, but you outlasted the battery there, sounds like, Kaz. And that's amazing. And it failed somewhere between here and Shelby. Goodness. I've got a doctor's appointment here in a little bit. I'm going to have to make this my final one, and got to get started on that and get cleaned up and head out. So enjoyed it this morning. And let's see, I had some notes here. DSL, that's what I've got. I don't have anything really available besides that, and I've still got my home phone with DSL on it, and they made me a pretty good deal on it. And I'm pretty close to the office, so I get 20 meg or so. It'll stream movies and all that stuff Linda likes to watch, so you know it's good enough for the job. It's pretty consistent, 20 meg. And the meter, it's got the original meter, Steve. It's don't look like it's ever been messed with too much. It had the original cord that was about to rot off of it, and original meter, and somebody taken about half the front panel screws out. And I hadn't opened it up yet, but it looks like it's pretty much original, all of it. Clean. I think it's got a little bit of, where it's set for years. I think it'll clean up pretty nice. So I'll send it on around and catch you guys in the morning, if not later on today when I get back. WB4NKM, it's WB4NKL.
WB4NKM. Kate Cliff. Well, be careful on your appointment. I think I've got one today. I still got to go in there and check. Oh, well. I've got to go sometime, let's see, it's Wednesday. Got to go Wednesday and have a stress test. They want me to have that. So I'm kind of dreading that one. Something all the time anymore. Talk to Tommy. Tommy is down in Savannah, close to it. He's Tybee Island. He's on vacation, going to Tybee Island, and you get back in the road here. He sent me a picture of the pier down there, and looked like they was having some rain at that time yesterday. So I ain't got a whole lot planned here today. Thanks, Dave, for the good audio report. You sound wonderful too on whatever you're running, and yes, I'm running the Ranger. Still running the Ranger. I was in there trying to round somebody up last night. It was noisy here, but a guy in Ohio came back to me, and he was running a RCA BTA-1 or something like that, broadcast transmitter. So he was having a little problem with me, and I didn't hold him too long, but had a QSO at least on here on last night. So I'll send it on around. I'm gonna make this my last one too. I'm gonna be listening, but gotta go here and check to see if I've got that doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm gonna finish cooking me some breakfast. Got some eggs laying out there. Hello, Billy. Maybe we'll catch you fellers, you and Cliff, when you get back. Catch you later on. WK4R, WB4NKM. Go ahead, Rick.
WK4R. Larry, throw in some bacon, and we'll find something else, and I'll head that way. Even though I probably shouldn't eat it today. WK4R. Let's see. The fog. Well, when you mentioned fog, because it's not real. After you get past, I don't know, 100 yards or so, then you can't see anything. I can't see the little mountain and buildings over yonder on the hill, but when I got up, it was about 55, I think, or so. So therefore, I went out on the porch and sat there and enjoyed that for a minute. No, Dave, I was not wearing a flannel shirt. I was in my shorts and t-shirt. But anyway, it felt really good. And Dave, your surgery's tomorrow. Well, we'll keep you in our prayers. But 5:30, why don't you just ask them if you can go spend the night, and they can just haul you off to the ER or something, and don't even have to wake you up or anything. Seemed like that'd be a little better, maybe. Of course, every time I've been in the hospital, they can't ever leave you alone so you can sleep. They bug you every 30 minutes or hour, seems like. Well, I too am going to say 73 and get out of here. But we'll try and listen for a while. Figure out what I'm going to do for breakfast, if anything, here. Anyway, K4JAL, WK4R, clear and listening for a bit.
WK4R, K4JAL. Bye, Rick. Dave, I'm glad you're not going to mission for that, and we'll be thinking about you, buddy. I know you'll be all right, but it's going to be a stretch to get ready to get around again. I know you still work for a living. That's awful. Anyhow, Malachite, we're going to the beach on Saturday for a week, and I'm trying to rig up. I got a mobile antenna that's supposed to do 75 meters and blah, 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 even in transmit mode, but I'm just taking the Malachite. I'm going to try to listen to these nets and see what I can pick up down there, give me something to do. I just wonder, Steve, my Malachite's got a little membrane over the top of the screen that still works fine with. Did you take yours off? Does that help, or what did you do about that? Anyway, over to you, cuz. K4YBC, I'm glad you got your LMAC fixed. K4JAL.
K4JAL, K4YBC. Okay, Jimmy, real fine. Yeah, glad to got the little LMAC running. I'll tell you what, Rick, if you're still listening, I don't know, somebody over here down below me here decided to last night to do some shooting, and then somebody up on the other side of the development side they would too. So I swear, I think between the two guys they shot up $200 worth of ammunition last night. I mean, it sounded like World War III, and the thing about it was I was down in the middle of it. One of them on one side and one on the other. So they were flat doing some shooting, but anyway. And the little HQ-110, I had one of those. Matter of fact, that was the first decent receiver I ever owned. I was in the Air Force, and a friend of mine, K5EUI, he bought it new, and he wanted to trade it in on something else. So he was dealing with Henry Radio out of Butler, Missouri. They're no longer around, but anyway, I called Henry and told him I wanted the receiver so we wouldn't have to ship it back and forth. So they let me have the receiver, and then Joe got whatever it was he wanted. So I had the little 110, and that was a great little receiver. I really enjoyed that thing. Sure did. And Steve, I'm running 813, a pair of 813s. It's a Helicrafters, HT-41, one of the old Helicrafters, HT-41s, and Tim over here, I can't remember Tim's call letters, he modified it to 813s. I think it was kind of a basket case, and the band switch was bad on it, and I don't know what all, but anyway, he got it working, and I got the 813s in it, but it's only a one-band rig. It'll only work on 75 meters, but that's all I wanted to use it on anyway. So it's a single-band HT-41 with a pair of 813s in it, and looks like I'm running about 175 watts right now. So that's the story. Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. 7-3s to everybody. Have a great day, and Steve, I'll try to make a picture and get that loaded on the computer. 7-3s, everybody have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. WA4 and Dave, once again, best of luck, my friend, and we'll keep you in our prayers, buddy. WA4LLR, K4YBC.
K4YBC and the group, WA4LR. Well, I certainly appreciate all the prayers and thoughts. They matter for sure. 7-3 to you, Dave. 7-3 to Rick. 7-3 to Larry. 7-3 to Cliff. Well, let's see here. Dave, the monoband amp's doing a good job. Sounds great. And Jimmy, you had talked to me at Shelby about borrowing a mag mount and either a ham stick or a Hustler antenna for the Malachite to take to the beach, and I've still got that if you need it, but it sounds like you've already picked something up. But if you need some of these up here, I've got ham sticks for different bands, and I've got Hustler resonators for different bands, so if you need something else, just yell at me, but you better do it today. Anyway, let's see here. Cliff, if you're listening, I hope the doctor's appointment goes good for you and Larry. And Billy, whatever rig you went to sounds really good. John, I've got an HQ-110A, and I think they're great sounding radios. I really like mine. And you may, on your internet issue, you may have to call Elon. You may have to go Starlink or one of the satellite providers, sounds like. And Terry, your LMAC sounding good this morning with the distinctive key up sound. I always like that. And Blair, if you're still listening, I'm running the ART-13. Figured it'd be a while before I got to fire it up again. Anyway, I'll hang one more time. So, WD4OUM, WA4LR.
WD4OUM. Well, Uncle Dave, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking, I hope that surgeon, you know, don't sniff a bunch of cocaine or something tonight, and that especially the anesthesiologist, you know, he gets all carried away. You know, there's just so much that can happen. But, hey, Uncle Dave, I don't want to go into that. Get you to worrying going on, so I won't go into it. Oh, well. And Billy Bob, has somebody licked the red off your sucker this weekend? What's going on with you? I don't know about you. And, oh yeah, I talked to Cliff there yesterday, and he said, Chad, you emailed him or something and said the Morristown Ham Fest is canceled. Where are you getting all that information? KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
Facebook. Yeah, I emailed Cliff. I know he's planning to go. And a lot of people is mad because they say to cancel it, it's maybe 6 days ahead of time. I didn't know anything about it till Sunday. They said they're going to broadcast it on the net Sunday night, so I didn't listen to the net, but it's all over Facebook. They canceled the Morristown Ham Fest. They couldn't get it organized. And they're going to try again next year in September at Dandridge, Tennessee, in that Field of Dreams complex. And, well, I was just wondering, Jimmy, have you heard any tale from Mayor Fox since he got his face rearranged? KM4RCL, go ahead, John.
Alrighty, KM4RCL and the group, diminishing group, W4JPL. Alright, fine business, everybody. 62 degrees here, beautiful sunny sky, and I'm about to sign off and go to AT&T and see if I can get any sense out of those folks. Talking about strange towns, when I used to travel for a living up in New York State, they had a town named Suffering, which I thought was an odd name. That's almost as bad as Throg's Neck, which is in one of the boroughs of New York City, but Suffering, New York. And in the center of town, they had a little bistro called Sufferin' Succotash. If you remember Looney Tunes, that's what the cat always said. As far as a portable rig down the beach, 2 years ago when I was on Oak Island, I got one of those Yaesu FT818s. That's that little tiny radio with the battery in it and all. And I bought a QRP Guys end-fed antenna, and I took that out there several times. I could never hear you guys at all, not a peep. Last year wasn't a problem because I was going through my rice box at home through the internet. It worked great. I'm going to jump out of here, fellas. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. And Dave, I'll be waiting for you to come back on the air. You can have the day off tomorrow, but I expect you on the next day. 73, God bless, and carry on. N4LQ and the group, W4JPL.
Boy, Suffering Succotash. W4JPL. N4LQ. That was Snagglepuss, I believe. I'm not sure what kind of cat he was. Some kind of a lion or a whatever. Well, anyway, sitting here looking at doctor jokes. How did the doctor cure the invisible man? He took him to the ICU. Well, there you go. And Cliff, boy, I'm jealous now. You got a navigator with a meter in it. Oh boy, I'm still looking. I look on eBay all the time for used navigator meters, but I don't think I'll ever see one. And Jimmy, okay on taking the malachite. Yeah, I doubt if you're going to hear much, but that film that's over the touch screen, yeah, that's the first thing I did is peel that off. That's just there to protect it during shipment. Amazing it still works with that on there, but I got a stylus. I keep laying here next to it. You got to use a special stylus. You can't just use a pencil or a stick or something. It has to be a capacity of touch type stylus. And it's got a soft tip on it, and that lets you zero in on a point and makes it a little bit easier to use. And let's see, I guess that's the main news. Oh, now you guys, when you're traveling, you can always bring up the internet and watch our show that's being live streamed, even this one. So you can always do that and go to YouTube and watch us and listen and so forth. So that's that, plus others are on there. So that's about it. We'll say our 73s if need be, unless everybody's leaving. And I'll hang around for a while though. So Billy, back to you. KO4SSY N4LQ.
Alrighty, Steve, N4LQ, KO4SSY returning. Well, Terry, I guess you might could say it's something kind of close to being something like that. No, I discovered yesterday, or actually Saturday evening, I was hurting somewhat, and discovered that I don't need to be picking stuff up anymore. So I'll just leave it at that, and you can decipher and figure from there. But it's quite uncomfortable, and so there. So darn, everybody's got out. 7-3s, everybody. Let's see, Cliff, Larry, Rick, Mr. Jimmy's still in there. On over to you, Mr. Jimmy, K4JAL, KO4SSY.
KO4SSY, K4JAL. Well, I'm sorry you're having, I guess it's back trouble, Billy. I've seen you pick up a couple of tons and haul it off for 100 yards, so you've lost one of your major capabilities, but you still got the rest of them, and you got your dog. Yeah, I'm going to try the malachite down there. I bought a bunch of pins one time that had that little rubber tip on them, have a name on them and all that, so I've got a stylus, Steve. I'll go ahead and take that little membrane off. It's worked fine with it on there. I realize that I can get on the internet and see it, and I will have a PC, blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to do it the old-fashioned way, through the atmosphere. There you go. That's what ham's all about. So, I don't know if anybody's still in here. Yeah, we got a lot of people. Dave's in. I got what I need, I think, a couple days. I sure hope you have a good time over there tomorrow. Things come out right. WA4LLR, K4JAL, 7-3.
Okay, Jim, fine business. K4JAL and the group, WA4LLR. Well, Terry talking about the doc and the anesthesiologist and all these folks doing their recreational activities. I'm just so thankful that I'm dependent on the great physician and not on other things. You know, he can guide the hands of somebody that's blind in one eye and can't see out of the other. So my hope is in him, and that's where my peace comes from. Jim, I hope you get to hear something on that little malachite down there. Glad you got everything you need. You're certainly welcome to any of this stuff I've got if you need it. And Billy, sorry to hear about either the back or the hernia or whatever it is that's giving you problems. You've always been a stout feller, and you've always grabbed up heavy stuff. And I know one thing. I keep telling my boys, now, son, you're young and you feel mighty stout, but you know, you might want to coddle that back a little bit, because the day will come when you're going to pay for it. I know from experience. Fellas, I've enjoyed it immensely. Beautiful signals all the way around this morning. So I'll say 7-3, and God bless until we meet again, as the old saying is. And Lord willing, I'll be back on in a couple of days, probably with a weaker signal, but hopefully I'll get to be in here with you. Thanks for all the thoughts and prayers, and everybody take care, and we'll see you as soon as possible. WD4OUM, WA4LLR, 7-3, God bless.
WD4OUM. Well, I hope everything goes good, Uncle Dave. Oh well. And Billy Bob, you know, I tried to tell you, you know. No, would you? No, you hard-headed. No, you didn't listen to a thing I said. I kept telling you, you're going to fool around, you wind up like me, hobbling around like a, but no. He's too hard-headed, won't listen to nobody about nothing, so there you go. But, anyway, I hope whatever it is you're doing all right with it, but, yeah. And, Chad, sitting around listening to you, if I didn't know better, I'd swear up down you're 170-year-old. You ain't nothing but a punk kid. KN4RCL, WD4OUM.
I don't know. I've had several different things going at one time. That's probably why I'm in the shape I'm in right now, having about 3 or 4 things going at one time. Jimmy, you never did say how the mayor's is doing up there. Well, have you heard how he's doing? I know you live pretty close to him. KM4RCL, go ahead. Is John still in there?
Right, Chad, I haven't heard anything lately. He could talk a little bit. All he could tell his wife he was sorry. I just hope he's going to be okay. We got to get over there today and check on him again. K4JL.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried when I heard about all that, and I just hope the fellow's okay. KM4RCA, I went to school with him. Go ahead, and he's a young fellow, you know, but that was a pretty nasty spill he took. Go ahead, John.
John's going at Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm pretty much gone too. So I wish you guys a good day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. N4LQ, go ahead, Jimmy.
I'm gone too, Steve. 7-3. Talk to you tomorrow, I hope.
Well, alrighty then. 7-3s to Steve and Jimmy, and I guess I need to get out here and get up front too. Uncle Dave got out, so it's just me and you and Chad, I guess, Terry. So, well, the back's been a problem for a long time. This is a new problem, so Terry, you can figure from there. So, it's, yeah, I knew I would never listen, but I never really had a problem. in that area before. So then I get to studying and researching, and it says it's really common after 50. So I'm past there. So here we go, and we'll see what happens. Put your ribbons on it. WD4OUM. You and Chad, whatever. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll listen for a minute. 7-3.
Okie dokie, Billy Bob. Well, you have a good day down there. And work on your attitude, you know. It's just life. Like everything else, we learn to live with it. So there you go. Anyway, you fellas have a good 7-3 from beautiful downtown Burbank. You still there, Chad? If you is, tie it down. If you ain't, stuff it.
I tell you what, them words you said are very true, Terry, and I can't think of no better words to say. It says the 73s, and well, I'll talk to you in the morning.